You feel like Adams or Tyreek made a bigger mistake leaving their former team?
I'm going to leave money out of it, but
yeah,
I
just
think
football. Yeah,
just football. I think Davante made a bit worse mistake because you can make the argument with Tua, warm weather, AFC East, you know, a nice place to live. I can make a little better case for Hill than I could for Adams, who went with Derek Carr. I mean, and he goes to Vegas.
Well, there's warm weather too.
Yeah, but it's a franchise that's disheveled, that has not won in a long time, not great ownership. So I could make an argument that he left Aaron Rodgers, so he left a great quarterback too. I would make the argument that Adams made the mistake. You know, Mike Holmgren, after they lost the second Super Bowl to Denver, that was Elway's first, he left Favre to go to Seattle to coach Hasselbeck. Now, why as a head coach would you ever leave the great quarterback? Why would you be, as a great receiver, ever leave the great quarterback? You need the great quarterback. Always go where the great quarterback is. Take a little less money if that's what it takes to play with the Hall of Famer at the position. And both these guys, Steve's right about the injuries for Tua, but both these guys left that kind of player, and that is a horrific mistake as far as their football legacy is concerned.
That's why Stephen A. joined First Take. Great quarterback. Great quarterback.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, great quarterback.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's your story. Stick to it, girl. You go ahead. Stick to that story. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, y'all. I'm going to say Tyreek Hill, Doggy, and Kimberly, and here's the reason why. Doggy, you can't have it both ways. You talk about Aaron Rodgers being a great quarterback. Who do you call the greatest? You say it's Patrick Mahomes.
Correct.
This is a guy that in 6 years went to 6 AFC title games, all right, has been to 4 Super Bowls, and has won 3. And 2 of them were without Tyreek Hill. Now, Tyreek Hill goes to Miami. Now, obviously, you want the money, and you got $120 million, 72.5 guaranteed at the time. We don't know what was on the table because the Kansas City Chiefs, to my knowledge, Kimberly, never revealed specifically what their price tag was and what they offered Tyreek Hill before he ultimately decided to depart from Miami. But how you do stuff matters. So you go to Miami, and in 2022, you're talking about how, you know what, Mahomes got the strongest arm, but accuracy-wise, you're going to pick Tua all day. In 2023, you're saying that, you know what, I would say Tua's the better quarterback. That's what he said in 2023. So you chirp. Now, we know how big time the cheetah is. Make no mistake about it. He's one of the greatest receivers, as far as I'm concerned, in NFL history. I mean, he's frightening when he gets the ball in his hands. He is something special to behold. But the point is knowing how great you are, and knowing how great Patrick Mahomes is, and knowing how great Andy Reid is, and knowing how great Travis Kelce is, we could speculate. Davante Adams, you ain't been to the Super Bowl when you were in Green Bay. Green Bay hadn't gone to the Super Bowl since 2010, okay? So we hope. A lot of places, we hope. Tyreek Hill knew. You already captured the Super Bowl championship with Patrick Mahomes. You already went to 2. You lost the second one to Tom Brady and them, all right? So you already know what it's like. And you know what this brother can do. And you know what he brings to the table. And you know what you bring to the table when you got a cat like him throwing you along with Kelce and those brothers the football, with Andy Reid's play calling, with Spagnola's defense, etc., etc. Tyreek Hill would easily be a 3-time Super Bowl champion right now. Yeah. And he walked away from that. How can that be ignored?
I'm listening, and as Steven's talking, the more I feel like Steven's making my point, which is the obvious answer is Davante Adams, because you can't take money out of it, Doggy. But
yes,
just let's leave. Wait 1 second.
You can take money.
Let's leave. Wait 1 second. You can leave money out. Just right now, we're gonna leave it out and just talk about football. Tyreek Hill won a Super Bowl. So you can argue that he got the best of both worlds. Could he have more Super Bowls? Sure. But he has a Super Bowl win. And then he got the bag. So then when you look at Davante Adams, who in my mind, it's between him and Justin Jefferson as the top 2 receivers in the NFL still. Davante Adams has gone to Las Vegas. Even when he went to Las Vegas, there was the idea of that, even with his bestie, Derek Carr there, that was not a great situation because you look at that division. Who's in that division? Patrick Mahomes. You're looking at the Raiders, even with Davante Adams, the Raiders might actually be the 4th best team still in that division. You weren't thinking they were winning a Super Bowl just because they had Davante Adams. And now when you look at it, Davante Adams, again, is going to be on the move and still has no Super Bowls to show for it. It is clearly Davante Adams.
No,
well,
it is
remember,
not.
too, Miami's played 2 playoff games with Hill there. So at least he's playing the playoff game. Adams has not done that.
Hold on. No team has a longer active playoff drought than the Miami Dolphins, who haven't won a playoff game since 2000.
But he's played in 2 of them, though. He played in 2.
Okay, he's played
Buffalo
in 2 of them. One of them was without Tua, who was concussed and yanked from the competition.
Correct.
And they didn't play in Buffalo. The other was last year in Kansas City. We know they're allergic to playing in weather below 70 degrees, for crying out loud. All of these things come into play. You look at Tyreek Hill. 0 playoff wins, and you departed from a team with the greatest quarterback on the planet with 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, no.
And again, Kimberly, Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs nor Tyreek Hill never specified exactly what was turned down. For all we know, they were at 72. Kansas City was at 68.
No, Stephen A., I get what you're saying. Obviously, it's a Patriots-like legacy, potentially, that he's turning down. But one thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but if I remember correctly, part of the reason Davante left is because Aaron was going to leave.
But
Aaron played another year without him.
Yeah, but he didn't know the situation. Then Aaron ended up leaving, so there's no guarantee if he had stayed that Aaron would have been there.
Maybe Aaron does stay.
But the question isn't.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he still goes to New York.
The question isn't was Davante Adams wrong for leaving Green Bay? The question is, who made the bigger mistake, going to the Raiders or going to the Dolphins? And to me, the answer is clearly the Raiders. Like, you can't, you keep talking about leave the money out of it.
You can't isolate.
Well, can I ask you that, Kimberly? Hold on. Can I ask this question, Kimberly? Let me ask this question, Kimberly. That's your question. Did you make a bigger mistake going to the Raiders, or did you make a bigger mistake going to Miami? How about this question? Did you make a bigger mistake leaving Patrick Mahomes? What's the bigger one?
You're talking about two future Hall of Famers. So you're gonna ask? Can I answer? You're talking about 2 future Hall of Famers, right? Right. Tyreek Hill won a Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes. So when you ask me who made a bigger mistake, Tyreek Hill is like, I got the ring and I'm trying to get the money. Davante Adams cannot say that. Yes, he got paid, but he still is looking for that Super Bowl. That's what it comes down to.
But again, he departed from Green Bay because of the whole Aaron Rodgers hemming and hawing about staying or going or retiring and all of this stuff.
You could just say Molly's right,
So you got that going on. And then in the case of Tyreek Hill, again, because you're a wide receiver and your success is literally predicated on a quarterback throwing you the football, to have the greatest quarterback of this generation, if not of all time, throwing you the football, winning you a Super Bowl, having you in AFC championship games, for you to depart from that and you're behind his home in the wild card round of the playoffs each year while they go on to win without you, that is a very big deal.
Okay, when you talk about last season, we're talking about Tyreek Hill at one point. We're looking at him as, is he the MVP of this Dolphins offense? There are questions about, could Tua be? But everybody said Tyreek Hill. Right. We already think Tyreek Hill is one of the best to ever do it. However, my point is we should be still looking at Davante Adams like that, because skill-wise, he is top 1, top 2. He's not 3. He is either 1 or 2, depending on your list, as far as talent at that position. And we are not, people aren't looking at him like that. Why? Because he went to the Raiders.
How about being in the league?
To disagree. It's time to go.
Last point. How about being in the league and going like this? Okay, you got your bag, but you're no longer relevant because your team ain't going no damn where because you don't have a quarterback.
So you're making the case for Davante Adams being the bigger, that's a bigger mistake, right?
I'm saying to you, Tua's done, and Patrick Mahomes is still the greatest.